We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. First carry here for Joe Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Back. Easy, two. Rush in. Shit.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Mike Hilton.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
6-0 our score after 1.
Steelers, nothing.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Roethlisberger's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And a across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Trying to power it ahead with one. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Roethlisberger hands to...
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Bengals grab it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Sutton now to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The fullback won, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 31-yard line.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Complete to John Ross.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
A.J. Green.
A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Nathan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Reader able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get it all the way down inside inside the 35-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Phillips on the return. The
Bengals drive about to get going. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own.
They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it's the Bucs that have taken the lead there late. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Sutton now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take in the next? And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. 2nd and 11.
Watch the twitch. Check 26.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A handoff to Mixon. And The reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Cincinnati, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,